how to make the researcher, who is inescapably a part of any research or any study, most effective and beneficial.
And most considered as part of what's happening.
Anybody who does research that doesn't think the teacher or the researcher is not part of the research is lost from the get-go. Okay? And it's really one of the difficult, really difficult parts of yogic research, research on yoga as a healing modality, as a medical modality. Mr. Iyengar does lots of therapeutic work, and his method, maybe more than any of the other methods, is connected to yoga therapeutics, and lots of other approaches have grown out of his therapeutic techniques. The reason why it's so difficult to do real double-blind yogic scientific studies, I'm not a scientist, is because the practitioner, the teacher rather, or the researcher, the teacher who's going to teach the yoga, and how it's taught and the style it's taught, you can't just say yoga heals the back. What kind of yoga? Which poses? Get taught by whom? Adjusted by hand? Adjusted by mouth? All these things are components. And it's true, I guess, in any kind of scientific research that there are an infinite number of variables and you're trying to narrow down the variables and make it as controlled as possible. But when you're talking about yoga, it just becomes, I've just given you all the different levels of possibility just in alignment. You've got so many variables there, and just the presence of the teacher. Cassandra mentioned that I spent some time studying with Donna Holloman, who spent a lot of time with your grandmother, traveling around Europe, and Mr. Iyengar and Bandaskar Valley and Krishnamurti and all those folks. Donna Holloman, I spent quite a number of years working very closely with Donna Holloman. At one point in her teaching, she came in and she said, the class was there waiting, and somebody asked her some kind of question about which way this turns in that pose, and she said, points, points, points. I am sick to death of points, meaning alignment details. She says, do you know why you people come to these classes? You don't come to these classes to get this information. You think you do. But you come for an experience. You come to be in the presence of the teacher who conveys an experience to you, and it's that experience that we're really here for, not this information. Okay? And it's true in everything, and it's especially true in yoga research and in yoga teaching. It is the teacher, him or herself, that creates the quality of the experience, and the information is a vehicle for that, and it's a shared way for the teacher and the student to communicate about really ineffable things. But that's really, on a fundamental level, what it's all about. So your questions are really important. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge to researchers, because we still need the research. So it's a challenge how to set up these studies, given that we have to deal with these variables, and still have them be relatively effective. And it is possible. I think it's possible, and I encourage you scientists to continue. And there's a whole other element. The more we have scientists and researchers who are practitioners, then the more they will understand the issues involved and be able to create intelligent